It's Dave again from cheapwinefinder.com with another podcast for today that goes along with the wine we just wrote up on the cheapwinefinder.com website. And we have a $6.99 wine this time. It's from ALDI. It's called the Red Cloak Petite Sirah 2017 from Monterey County. And it is actually really, really good. It tastes great. I mean, you know, it's got a great nose. It looks nice. It's a nice, rich color, and it's got loads of flavor, and it's got good balance, and it's a good wine. What do you want? That's it for today. I'll go on to the next. Yeah. And, you know, what more can I say? It's $6.99. Why wouldn't you drink it? And one thing that stood out for me and why I picked it up was the label. Because sometimes all these wines can have pretty kind of mediocre labels, but this one can hold its own with any retail wine. And it's the Red Cloak has someone with a red cloak going through these deep, dark, shadowy woods. There's like it's foreboding and dark and mysterious, and it's, you know, Red Riding Hood maybe on a label. It's slightly spooky, slightly weird. And when I got it home, I went, oh, wait a minute. I think I know why I like that. Because right now we are all in a time of foreboding and darkness, and we don't know what's on the other side of the woods. Only difference with this story is you can't go to grandmother's house. You got to FaceTime her or something. You know, because right now you bringing in disease is way worse than the big bad wolf. So you don't have to worry about that. So here we go. This is ALDI's wine of feeling edgy and foreboding and not knowing what's in front of you. And hey, that's why we're drinking wine. If you thought about stuff too much, you'd go crazy. So have a glass of wine. I'm going to take a sip right now because it's, like I said, it's really good. It's a red wine. It's, you know, it's got flavor. It's got structure. It's a good wine. And I'll talk a little bit more about that in a sec here, but I'm going to take a sip. And one thing I was thinking about when I was writing, it's 2017. This is 2020 March. You know, you got to figure end of September is when they pick the grapes, maybe, you know, that kind of. So this has been 2.5 years since they made it. That's a long time. Inexpensive wines, to be inexpensive, you got to have to make them, you know, you design them so they're going to come together quickly, which is why you can get a lot of really good, inexpensive white wines because they don't need oak aging. They don't need a lot of extra production techniques. So you can just make a great little wine and, you know, and boom, it's out, you know, 9 months after you make it. Red wine needs a little bit more, and Petite Sirah has some tannins or can have some tannins. So it's going to be a little more involved with making it, but 2.5 years. So you got to figure that most people who are going to design a $6.99 wine aren't planning on taking 2.5 years to sell it. I mean, it could be that way. I mean, I'm not saying it never, ever happens that way, but you would figure that it wouldn't. So it kind of suggests to me that this might be left over from another one that costs more money. You know, maybe, I'm not talking about super expensive because you can get decent Petite Sirah, you know, for, you know, a decent red wine from the Central Coast for not a lot of money, but more than $6.99. So that's what I kind of think this is. I kind of think this is a wine that ALDI kind of got, you know, from somebody has some leftover or whatever. Because like I said, 2.5 years for $6.99 doesn't make a whole lot of sense. You'd try to get it out quicker than that. You know, time is money. So, you know, that's the only really thing I have with this other than it tastes great. I mean, this is, you know, you can pair this with the typical pizza, you know, burgers, that type of thing. It'd do wonderful. It's just a juicy red wine with lots of flavor, but I think it's better as like maybe Netflix since, you know, you haven't watched The Wire in a while. So you got HBO, you can watch all 6 seasons of it now. Cause you know, what else are you going to do? And this is one of those wines that you're going to want to drink by itself and just enjoy. I mean, it doesn't need food to, you know, balance or anything. It's good on its own, and it's $6.99. What can you ask for? And so buy a couple. And plus, you know, I think, you know, there's some places, liquor stores might be shutting down or what have you, but grocery stores will always be open. So you can still get these wines. You know, that's one thing I'm thinking about. You know, it's like the wines I write about, we go out and buy them. We don't use too many people sending us wines. We'd prefer just to pick our own and talk about what wines we want to talk about, not what they want us to talk about. But you have to go out and buy them, and it's not always easy, or at least it might be getting harder or something. Oh, gee, I'm going to have to stockpile a little bit. And when you make a run, make enough and decide what you want to do, because really I kind of decide as I do it. But that's beside the point, and that's just me talking. And this one's not going to be a long one. This is just me, having a good wine today. I was really, I'm not shocked anymore when a $6.99 wine is good. I pretty much expect it, but this is really good. And I think it probably wasn't supposed to be a $6.99 wine. It was maybe a couple bucks more expensive, but doesn't matter because we never know, because ALDI ain't telling, and it tastes good. So what do you care? And it's got a nice label. It's just as edgy and weird as things are now. And that's, what else can I say? So that's it for me. Until the next one, I do have some wine stockpiled. With not being able to go anywhere or do anything, I should probably do one every day. But like I said, I got to make sure I keep enough on hand so I can keep on doing it every day. So we'll see where that goes. So it's probably going to be a couple of days for the next one. But adios. Keep it safe out there. Wash your hands like your mother told you. She was right. And that's about it until the next time. So adios. Keep it cheap and be very, very safe. Bye-bye.